to land on her with that elastic slingshot.
And
here we go. All right. Tarzan's going to pull the trigger. He's played this once before.
I know.
And it was terrifying.
I just said it out loud, but 500, 600 health, but not much more.
Yep. Sword actually going to go aggressive here. Dives back in. As the ghouls are going to get mad as well, but it's going to have to be Clid that tanks up this turret. He's actually just going to close on in here. It's not going to be the elastic slingshot to open this. As he's going to get connected to the tower. The Dark Procession is in there as Clid. Going to land a couple of autos, but the passive is not enough. The flash eventually gets used from Khan, as now the Bloblets should go down to the turret teleport. Has to be invested as Clid does respawn. Khan
Turning to Summoner's being down.
Yeah, acceleration gate going to come in. Oh, that's a beautiful weight there on the headbutt. He's in the baby cage, and he's dead. The Jace had no chance. Griffin strike.
And because we're so... That was only with tabbies. We're seeing a next level. Notice the level lead for Tarzan. He's level 8.
Yep, special delivery on Damata there as well. Unbreakable once again, mitigating a lot. As Tarzan going to get knocked up. Clid finally comes on in there, but that's a beautiful head bonk as Tarzan is able to limp away, but Khan has to flash to get out of the Dark Procession as another Pulverize comes on in. Clid does have the Cell Division available once again, but Faker doesn't have teleport. Khan doesn't have teleport, and that means that Clid doesn't have his life.
Everyone packs up at 2,600 gold. Really bursting out of nowhere, and a Drake to back it up. Should have been DPSing him out, but Khan wants to poke. Smite is down for Tarzan.
Full vision available here as Clid's just going to walk on up. Khan still around the area. We're going for the Smite fight. It's not quite there yet for Tarzan, but Clid's biding his time. They're just waiting for it. His sword just solo kills Khan. He was limping at that area here. This is Griffin winning an early game and also expanding this lead much faster than what SKT were able to do in their victory in game number 1. Remember, each time, this feels like it's naturally heading towards an advantage for Griffin, but it might stop now as swords get him booped around the Maiden, doing a bunch of work, and that's 800. He's going to lie in wait just in case Faker tries to challenge. Faker smarter than that. He's not going to, but this means free out of turret going over to Griffin, and solo local gold going over to Chovy. 450 in the back pocket.
And the Hex Smash tells them and confirms there's a ward over the wall.
Lying in wait here as he's just going to walk straight up to melee range with Tarzan. The flash comes in, but there's the charm. See you later, mate. Last caress is going to get him out of there, but Sword was the one tank. It's going to turn up, walks over a control ward, and as he kills it, his bottom lane inner turret is going to go down, and Griffin are actually fighting on multiple fronts. Faker is able to...
Yeah, being zoned away, unexplored. We return to the action. Third Drake unanswered, it's a Cloud, and actually will be a third Cloud. Even Chovy has quite a decent stack of magic resist. Remember that you also shred magic resist.
Oh
Faker,
my
he's
god,
just dead.
Barrier or not, you are just dead.
Evelyn Burst Ranger. So far, Griffin have been just a little bit better as Tarzan shows up and everyone gets the hell out.
Yeah, it's nice timing, but is it actually going to be enough? Good double knock up there as Marta throws down the ultimate, but the Pulverize is also great. Teddy, he has the shield. Viper's in trouble, and Teddy somehow survives. Now in the backline, Khan's keeping everyone busy as Tarzan has been given up. Lehens just pulverizes the Lucius, but look at the Faker damage. That is just insane, as now Sword, not a lot of options, and Chovy's already out of here. This should be Baron and SKT back in the driver's seat.
That is the turning moment. They get the pick onto the Kalista, who goes too aggressively to pick up the kill. Griffin didn't need to do that. They flexed, and now SKT's on Baron.
Yeah, Chovy's trying to grab whatever he can. I believe this will be out of turret, falling in the mid lane for Griffin, but the Baron will go to SKT. 3,000 gold to lead for Griffin. This power play should be able to get in this game.
People will say how unlucky. He should have died. They make a decisive call that isn't the best, and they can't pull it off. And that means SKT have a lot to like now. They can make the game.
This is exactly what you want as Sword comes in and even gets a turret against the run of play. Powered recall.
It's only going to be a trade down, though. It's very hard for it to be a trade up. And what do SKT have? What does Griffin have left? Can they actually find threat in any of the side lanes? Your first thought is no. We're going to whack her down with Demolish Procs onto inner turret. Not often will you see Spear of Shojin and also Black Cleaver in a build, just because of overcapping or the fact that you're not Kalista impression.
Yeah, well, I mean, the real Kalista is on the other side of the rift, but Viper hasn't been able to find the team fight safety that he had delivered to him on a silver platter in game number 2.
Speaking of the other side of the rift, Sword doesn't have teleport. They're going to lose at least an inhibitor here, and Sword cannot match the pace.
Yeah, Faker is also setting up the Sand Soldiers to make sure that he's safe from an Evelyn flank. Tarzan is lying in wait. He does have an opportunity, but He just can't take it right now. He cannot survive against the SKT onslaught as Faker. Banshee's Veil there, now on cooldown.
Baron buffs have worn out. There's no Baron buff recall. That's why they're pushing to stop SKT from full channel back.
It is actually going to be an even trade, and that is
TP.
in fact, yeah, that's a Baron.
We're seeing a lot of action here.
Yeah, inhibitor, but that's going to be the ultimate to come out from Viper. Throws in the face call. The kidnap is brilliant, though. And that's what we were talking about. Chovy is going to get taken down, but can Sword win the game here off the back of this? Lands in so much trouble. Viper is going to die. No one's back. No one's there. It's a quadra kill for Teddy McCann is the one that gets
take a 1v1.
Yeah, can he actually take down Sword? There are minions, but he can't do enough damage. Faker turns up. And now SKT should be able to win the game.
This is what it takes to take down Griffin in the regular season. The one throw, but the close from Teddy plays to his items. He pushes up, and SKT are going to win.
And Griffin, the cojones to go for that kind of play, to go for the base trade. In the end, it's going to be SKT walking away with it, but the calculations just minutely off for a Sword to be able to win that for Griffin. SKT have done it, the first loss for Griffin.
Around the Baron. Is he around the base? It's the base.
Yeah, Control Ward goes in. There's the flash from Khan. He just wants to kill the Evelynn before she can get there, but Sword has teleported forward. Empowered recalls are going to be available, but Griffin, can they actually make it? Oh my God! They turn it on its head, and Griffin have won the best of three we've seen in 2019 LCK.
There's a Peke, and there's that finish where actually the Evelynn is a cunning ruse. They get in there, they end the game, and SKT, for all their hard work, for all that adaptation, they go down to Griffin.
Oh my goodness, and you can see Viper just launches himself towards Tarzan. They know who the mastermind of that play was. We've mentioned how smart this guy is. That was a next level smart. You can see SKT fans just devastated. They barely understand what happened. We could barely understand what was happening as it was happening. And SKT couldn't get back to their own home to defend it.
The 18-0 undefeated season could not have come closer to being ended. It felt like it would end on a whim. SKT had everything ready to go. But it doesn't happen. Griffin get to bow to the fans. They have defeated SKT in one of the most famous best of threes we will ever have the pleasure of